YouTube family, what is up? Happy Tuesday. So we did we basically did a live recorded call with a seller. I got another seller that I'm going to call today just because you guys enjoy that piece of content so much that I decided to do it again. So once again, if you enjoy me getting on the phone with the seller, talking to them, negotiate, and it does add a lot of value to you, then please don't be shy. Boom, smash that thumbs up. Also, too, once I finish with the call, I can also open up for some Q&A, any question that you got. But here's something I want to share before I actually call the seller. Is that, most people say, hey, Khang, I tried wholesaling and it doesn't work. And every single time when someone say that and I ask them, well, what have you done? They'll be like, well, I call 10 people. I call 100 people. And they all say no. They all want retail. You see, my friend, calling 100 people is just not enough. Like you haven't put in enough work and you haven't given enough time for you to actually see results. You can't just plant a seed and expect to harvest in 30 days. Even a woman go through pregnancy, dude. It takes 9 months and then you get the baby, right? So everything takes time. Nothing happens overnight. But so instead of looking how far you have to go, oh man, it's taking me forever. Dude, look at how far you have came from, right? And every single time when you decided to give up, you just need to understand that you're not just giving up on yourself, my friend. You gave up on everyone that depend on you to succeed. Your husband, your wife, your mom, your parents, your kids, the people that depend on you to succeed, to provide them the life that they deserve, the life that you deserve, man. So ask yourself the question, do you want to be mediocre? Do you want to be average? Do you want to work for someone until you're 65? And if the answer is yes, then dude, that's all right. And that's A-okay to be a little bitch. It's A-okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But don't whine and complain like a little bitch about it. That's the problem that I have with majority of you, is that you're like, Khang, like, I don't need to make a lot of money. I don't need to be a millionaire. Okay, fine. But I don't want to hear you whine about inflation. I don't want to hear you whine about the gas price, man. I don't want to hear you whine and complain about the food, because the inflation is going to go up, regardless if you whine and complain about it. You ain't going to stop it. You ain't going to slow it down. The only thing you can do, dude, is increase your skill set. And that is the problem with majority of you. Is inflation has increased, but your skill set has remained the same. You have not improved. You have not become any more valuable to the marketplace. You work at the same place. You're doing the same shit. Your skill set has remained the same for the last 3 years, 5 years. And eventually AI will take over you and you will be jobless. Almost guarantee that. And majority of you think that the college degree will save you. Talk to those who actually graduated from college and has a degree. Eventually, I believe in the next 3 to 5 years, AI will take over a lot of the college degree BS. And you will end up with $100,000 in debt with a piece of paper that ain't gonna do shit. If you just want to make money, in my personal opinion, all right, I'm not telling you, in my personal opinion, if all you want to do is I want to make money, become financially free, retire at a young age, travel the world, and get to do whatever the F that I want. Whether you want to make $25,000 a month, $50,000 a month, or $100,000 a month. Instead of trading that 4 years to go to a college, if I were you, I would have find someone that you want to work for and then sacrifice the next 3 to 5 years, learn everything that you can, right? Even though you make $50K a year, who care? Live on the $50,000. But now you're collecting knowledge, you're collecting experience, real life knowledge, real life experience, real life teacher. A college professor doesn't even have a business. How can they teach you how to run a business? If you want to make $1 million a year and your teacher is making $50K a year, how can they teach you how to get to $1 million? Come on, man. Shit, bro. So get your mindset straight, get your priority right, get rich, and stop being low bitch. All right, let's rock and roll. Let's call a seller. Okay, now listen, if I'm a high school dropout and if I can do this, you can too. The only difference between you and me is, you know what? I have the work ethic and I am determined and I never effing give up. It doesn't matter how many times I get punched in the face and get knocked down, bro, I get back up again. I learn from the lesson. I learn from the mistake. I learn from my failure, and I continue to freaking keep on going. And you gave up on that first punch, baby. And that's the only thing that separates between a winner and a loser. That's it. Okay? So someone comment on my most recent post on Instagram and said, well, Khang, I mean, don't you want to, he was talking about blending in. I don't want to blend in. Like, why would I want to blend in? You know, so, I mean, I just got done with the gym, and this is exactly what I wear to go to the gym. And people will be like, oh, man, dude, you need gym dress code. Who make up that rule? Is dressing in gym clothes going to get you more gain? If the answer is no, then why would I care? Why would I waste 15 minutes changing in, changing out? Why you take 30 minutes to change? Dude, I'm already here 30 minutes into my workout. I get in, I get out, I get the shit done. And I move on to the next thing, man. Come on, man. Shit. Focus on the game, baby. Focus on what matters. Okay? If wearing gym clothes can get you fit, then why do I see a bunch of in the gym? Huh? Come on, man. Shit, bro. All right. Let's rock and roll, man. Who's he talking to? You. I'm talking to you, and I'm talking to YouTube. Okay, let me call seller. So TikTok family, I'm gonna turn off TikTok live. Jump over to YouTube. All you need to do is punch in Real King Khang on YouTube. I should pop up. Got about 400 and something subscriber on there. So I need the phone to call my seller, okay? So TikTok family, I'll see you on there. Let's rock and roll, baby. All right, so we got a seller that we need to call. So here we go. Let's pay on the phone. Okay, so this seller is Robert. Okay, so Robert asked for, so he's asking $620,000 for his property. He has a mortgage of $420,000. My VA said the ARV of this property is $760,000, so $760,000. So let's call Robert and see what he. Let's see if we can get this under contract. But I think that this is going to be a tough. It's going to be a tough deal here. The numbers, it's really tough for us to make this work, but we shall see. Whether it's a deal or not a deal, I think that you guys will learn a lot just from the phone call. Don't you agree? If you agree, smash that thumbs up, baby.
Hello.
Good morning. Happy Tuesday. This is Khang with We Buy Houses. Is this Robert?
Yes, it is.
Hey, Robert. So I'm one of the purchase managers. I'm supposed to call you today regarding your property and making you an offer on it. Am I catching a good time right now?
Yeah, I got some time.
Fantastic. How's your Tuesday going so far?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Okay. Hey, so basically what I'm going to do, Robert, is I'm going to go over all the information we have here with you and make sure everything is correct. And then once again, hopefully on this call, we can come together to an agreement on a fair price that work for you and work for us and be able to move forward to buy your property. And if we can't come to a fair price that work for both, no hard feeling, okay?
Yeah.
Fantastic. So just a question here, Robert. Beside getting the right price for the property, which I understand is very important to you, but beside getting that right price, what is another reason that you would consider selling this property? So I went straight into motivation. What's that?
There's not one.
There's no other reason why all you want is just to get a fair price on it.
Correct.
Fantastic. Okay. So let me see here. Robert, can you tell me like what's your time frame as far as seeing like when you like to sell and close it?
Probably in the next 2 months.
Okay, so maybe get this closed and done before January 1st?
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be great.
And Robert, do you need to sell this property in order for you to buy the next one? Or is this an investment?
No, it's not an investment property, but it's just gonna depend on what my next moves are. If I can sell it, then I'll sell it.
Right. But do you have to sell this one in order for you to buy the next one? Because I know some people like what we deal with, they would have to sell this one for them to buy the next dream home or something, you know?
No, I mean not necessarily. I just have to figure out what the options are. Like I said, what makes sense.
Gotcha. Okay, so it's kind of up in the air for you right now.
Correct.
Got it. Okay, so which means you don't have to sell this property.
I do not have to sell this.
Okay, perfect. So 420 is what you owe on the mortgage, right?
Somewhere around in there.
Okay. And Robert, do you know what the property's worth in today's market?
Just the property right around 650.
Okay, so it's worth about 650,000, and you owe 420,000. Now, as far as in repair goes, do you know roughly how much it's going to cost us? Once we buy the property, you know how much it's going to cost us to update and do all the work?
No, that's going to depend on what you're going to do, what you have to do.
Well, typically, yeah. Well, so typically,
what are you gonna use the property for? Are you gonna resell it? Are you gonna flip it? Are you gonna turn it into an investment property? Are you gonna try to put a micro hotel on it? What are you gonna do?
yeah. So there's only like two things that we actually do. We actually want either fix it up, keep it as long-term rental, or we fix it up and then we flip it. So those are the two options that we're looking at. On any particular property, especially if it's a single-family home. So you mentioned that the property is okay. So 650. So do you think 650 is in an as-is condition?
I'm sorry, what?
So Robert, you mentioned it's worth 650. Is that in an as-is condition, or is that after we fix the property up and put in perfect condition?
If you put it in perfect condition, it's about 1.4 million. So.
Oh dang!
It's right now, yes.
Okay. So you're thinking we go in there. If we update the property, make it look like 2024, brand nice with everything, all the bell and whistle, you would think that it would go for 1.4 million.
It was 1.2 4 weeks ago. Why wouldn't it be?
It's 1.2 4 weeks ago. How did you come up with that value, Robert?
It was on Zillow. That's what the comp was in the.
So Zillow estimated to. Okay, so that's where you get that number. Zillow estimated it should be worth 1.2. 1.4, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, if you build, you're asking a bunch of questions that can't be answered because I don't know what you intend to do with the property, how much you want to update, how much you want to add, how much you want to change.
So, let me ask you.
You're buying a hurricane damaged house.
Yep.
You're basically buying a lot that's been completely renovated, so you're gonna have to get the house back up to code.
Yep, correct.
And put the backyard back together, which was one of the best backyards in Clearwater Beach.
I see. Okay. Okay. So, Robert, with the damage, do you know roughly how much it's going to cost if we to go in there and rehab it? And when I say update, where basically we're doing everything new. Granite countertops, stainless steel appliances, tile floor, surround bathrooms, like just really nice.
I have no idea.
Okay. You think that especially in that location for it to worth 1.2, 1.4, do you think that we would have to drop at least 100,000 or so plus into the property?
Oh yeah, obviously.
Okay. To rehab it. Okay. Is it savable? Or do you?
Yeah.
Okay. So the hurricane didn't take the whole entire house away, where we have to go in there and just bullnose it and then build new.
No.
Okay. So what is Robert? What is the percentage of the house that is damaged? Is it 20%, 30%?
There's nothing in it right now. There's no sheetrock.
Got it. Okay.
So it's down to the sticks.
It's down to the stud.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. That's good. So basically, we have to work with a clean slate. Okay. We definitely prefer that. Okay, so I guess it comes down to is Robert. Once the mortgage is paid off, and if we obviously, you're going to sell this in as-is condition, and we're willing to buy it in as-is condition, and we'll take care of all the closing costs, all the fees as well. Any costs associated with you selling your property. Do you know roughly what's the least you're willing to walk away with?
Yeah.
$230,000. So which mean you want it to sell for $650. So that way the mortgage is paid off, you can walk away with $230. Robert, if you were to list it with an agent, would you list it for $650 or would you list it for more?
Don't know.
Okay, because Because the reason I ask is because, you know, if you were to list it with an agent at 650, you know, you have to pay all the closing costs, the fees, plus the commission. So you really don't walk away with 230,000 after everything's said and done. So, I mean, my whole thing is,
Who buys it.
What's that?
That all depends on who buys it and the deal that you pull.
Well, I mean, you would still have to, you know, pay the realtor commissions and all the closing costs. The nice thing with us is, you know, we pay all cash. You know, there's no realtor involved. We work directly with you. You work directly with us. We are going to use a local title company to close on the transaction, so that way we make sure both parties protected. I know that you as a seller, you know, you get the amount of money we talk about and agreed upon. Us as a buyer, you know, our whole thing is we just want to get the clear title to the property. I just thinking that, you know, if we can eliminate all the hassle and the headaches, you know, listing with an agent, having it sit on the market and having multiple people walk through the property, and you still end up having to pay, you know, at least 10 to 13% in commission. I mean, if we can avoid that and we can come in and get the deal done, I mean, would you consider anything less than 230,000 walk away to you?
You're gonna have to come up with a number. I'm not gonna give it to you.
Yeah, you're not gonna be that easy and just give me the number, okay? Which makes sense. Hey, now Robert, how much is the lot just worth by itself? Just a vacant lot.
Not sure. I know they're between 6 and 7 and 8, depending on where they are, the distance from the beach. Which
Yeah.
Subdivision,
Gotcha. I mean, based on your number, if you're saying that it's worth about that much once we fix it up, and I know how much we need to spend to get it up there. So I mean, for us, I'm looking at, oh man, let me see here. So 585 minus 420. All right. Well, I mean, Robert, if we were to come in all cash, get this thing closed before January 1st for you, take over the property as is, and like I said, there's no realtor commission. We take care of all the closing costs, all the fees. We'll pay off the mortgage. Would you consider like 165 net to in your pocket after everything's said and done?
It depends on how my insurance pays out, so possibly.
Okay. I mean, when do you know that your insurance or how much they would pay you out? Have you talked to them yet?
Yeah, but they're just backed up. Like everybody
I know.
else.
Well, we actually got 3 seller yesterday, was kind of in the same situation as you are. And they all, you know, obviously wants to sell. For us, it's kind of like, you know, we're thinking about buying the property. You know, it's a good location. Think about doing Airbnb, but everybody's a little scared now just because of the location. And with the hurricane, if we were to buy it, I mean, something like this could happen to us again. So that's one concern that we have. I mean, but it doesn't scare us, you know, moving forward to buy the property as long as the number makes sense for both. Okay, so I know that. Okay, I mean, is there a price that you would be ready to sell today?
No, I'm not gonna make a deal on $1 million with on a limb all of my car.
So even with the 230,000, you're still not ready to move forward.
Today? No.
Okay. Well, I mean, Robert, it just doesn't seem like you are ready, you know, obviously to sell your property, even if we can agree on a price. I mean, for us, you know, we're serious buyer. We're looking to buy, you know, just I would say 1 or 2. He just hung up on me. And as you guys can see, like he's not a very motivated seller. Like I said, well, the price that you want was 230,000. Are you ready to go? He said, no, I'm still not ready to go. Now, if he said that he's ready to go, then obviously we can still talk about the price and negotiate and see if we can meet somewhere in the middle. But he just hung up because, I mean, based off of his tone, I already know that he's not a motivated seller. And the thing is, the reason why I kept him on the phone for a long time, because I want you guys to kind of obviously listen in and see how I overcome his objection. And as you can see how I just, what's the word? Control the phone, right? He asked me a question. I answered the question and I didn't let him continue. I overtake the conversation and I continue to question him. And once again, obviously you can tell that he's not motivated to sell the property. And when a seller's not motivated, that's what they sound like. Are you ready to go? No, I'm not ready to go. Okay, well, I mean, if you're not ready to go, then how are we able going to do a deal together? And I was going to say, hey, you know, we're serious buyer. We're looking to buy 1 or 2 more in the next 30 to 60 days. We want to work with someone who's serious, who's ready to sell. So if you're not, then, you know, maybe I'll just call you back. And that's how you do it. And that's what I was going to say. And honestly, he said that he's probably worth about 1.2, 1.4. But I can tell you right now, my VA has done the research on it, and it's not anything close to that. It's probably maybe like, I would say in 800,000 or 900,000, maybe, if we make it really, really nice. So when you get these kind of calls, right, don't get discouraged. Next, they're not motivated. There's no way that you can convince someone that is unmotivated to a motivated seller. So don't beat yourself up. Move on to the next one. And it doesn't matter, right? But as the key thing I want you to learn from this is, dude, how I overcome his objection and how I control and stay in control of the phone. Because with this kind of seller, if you don't know how to talk, if you don't know how to handle them on the phone, dude, they will throw you, dude. They will throw you everywhere in the room. All right? And you don't want that. Remember, be confident when you talk. And to be confident, you need to know your shit. You need to know what you're talking about. You need to know how to overcome the objection, control the phone. Okay? One thing, for those of you who be like, hey, Khang, dude, I'm so weak at talking, negotiating with the seller. Let me do this for you, okay? Check this out. If you want to grab my King Kong seller script, dude, the most badass script, the script that will turn you from a 0 into a stone cold closer. I use this exact same script to train all of my VA. They're from the Philippines. Nothing in sales to closing deals. Okay? All you need to do is go to WTMFam.com. There's 2 parts to the script. Okay? Part 1 is I'll show you how to talk, how to negotiate, basically how to filter and qualify the lead. Okay? Part 2 to the script, and I'll show you how to call them back and negotiate just like how I did right here live. Right here live. Okay? Your system is fire, easy to I can't say that word. Navigates. Yes, there we go. Navigates and accurate information. Oh, thank you so much. So there you go. Go to WTMFam.com and grab the script, okay? And dude, I'll turn any one of you from a 0 into a stone cold closer. Okay. So here we going to do is, let's go ahead. I'll have to tell my VA now that I called the seller already. And then what we're going to do is, you don't want to throw away any lead. You don't want to throw away any lead. Andrew, are we going to do a role play? Dude, let's rock and roll. So you want to do a cold call. If you want to jump on, and I'll show you guys the difference between knowing what to say and not knowing what to say. What a pro sound like, what an amateur sound like. And the goal is not to pick on you or talk down to anyone. The goal is to help you improve your negotiating skills when you go get on the phone with the seller. So all you need to do is comment in your phone number. So if it's a 3, you got to put THREE, 4, FOUR, you know. So you got to actually type out the number. If you punch in the number, YouTube will block it and I won't get to see it. So if you want to jump on a cold call role play, comment in. Let's rock and roll, baby. So let me go ahead and tell my VA really quick so they can. So any leads I do, so this lead here, I'm going to show you exactly what we do in our system. I'm going to set it up for a 15 days follow-up, 15, 30, 60, and 90 days follow-up. That lead will never get off of my CRM unless they sell to someone. They either sell to us or they sell to someone else. But you always want to make sure, dude, 60 to 70% of your deal come from follow-up. So make sure you put them, continue to follow up. Hey, Angeline, I just got done the phone talking to Robert. Robert is definitely not motivated to sell, but let's go ahead and put him on a follow-up. Let's have Jeannie call him back in 15 days and kind of see where he's at on his price. He's still at that price, and he's not willing to drop. And he just thinks his property is worth like 1.2 million when it's not. So anyways, there you go. And now my VA is just going to take over. Who want to jump on a cold call role play, man? Okay, nobody, huh? Silly. Okay, nobody. Okay, so here's I'm going. Nobody, huh? Hold on a second. Let me jump on TikTok really quick. Let's see if anyone on TikTok would great jump on a cold call role play. Do you want to enable to start directing? Press the control. Not now. I don't know what that is. On hold. You're on hold. So all you need to do is put in your number right here. So let's just say your number start with a 3, THREE, right? So you got to actually type out your number, guys. So you got to type it out. Andrew, man, a lot of you like, do you just understand the word that's coming out of my mouth, man? So for example, let's just say it's a 3, THREE. Okay, you got to type it out. THREE, 4, FOUR, 5, FIVE. Like you got to type it out. Or you can do something like a combo. TREE, 5, 6, 8, like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Oh my gosh. Oh, Lord. Okay. TikTok family, if you want to jump on a cold call role play, all you need to do is comment the word me. I'll bring you on live and let's rock and roll. Spoon said, what if the seller have the real estate agent deal and want to go with you? So basically in this situation, if the seller already have, they're probably listed with an agent, or they already signed a contract with an agent, typically I would say, hey, you know what, talk to your agent, call us back when that contract is expired. We wish you all the best, but unfortunately you already have an agent representing you, unless you're like, okay, not a problem. Can I get the contact info to your agent and you can negotiate directly with the agent? But typically, we don't try to go behind the agent back and tell how bad that agent is or yada, 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 and try to get that deal. I think that's just bad business. I'm sure that agent also worked really hard to get that listing. So I wouldn't do that as a business owner, right? I would just say, hey, okay, great. Give us, that agent contact info. Or let me give him a call or her a call, and we'll work with that agent, right? Okay, so TikTok, Andrew, let's go. I'm gonna bring you on, Andrew. So Andrew, let's go, baby. Dude, we're at 300 people. Let's go, TikTok. Damn. Okay, so Andrew's gonna jump on. We're gonna do a cold call role play here. Let's rock and roll. TikTok, make sure you double tap the screen, give this video a share. So if you want to jump on a cold call role play, all you need to do is comment the word me. Comment the word me, and I'll bring you on live. Oh my goodness, man. Okay, let me see here. Because to YouTube, nobody wants to do it. Okay. Brandon, let me bring you on, Brandon. Because it seems like whoever it is. Okay, here we go. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hey, how you doing? My name is Brandon from No Rush. How you feeling today?
Who's this?
My name is Braden. I am from No Rush. I am a investment firm. Basically, how our company is we go out and we acquire a lot of real estate. And the reason why we're calling you today is just to see if you're interested in selling your property.
How did you get my phone number?
So we got a list of qualified homeowners. And honestly, the way our company works, they pull these from certain softwares. We don't know exactly how they acquire them. I just get the list and I just give you a call and just see if you're interested in selling property.
I mean, so how is my property qualified? I mean, how do you guys pick these property?
So we go through neighborhoods that we particularly invest in. So that could be in Columbus, it could be in Cleveland. It just varies on exactly where it is. But we usually target markets in Columbus. And for this particular reason, we just seen that you're one of the streets that we invest in. So we just figured we'd give you a call.
I mean, do you guys have a cash offer?
Yeah, so for us to give you a cash offer, I do have a couple questions about the property. Just basically the condition is nothing too quick. I mean, nothing too long, just the condition of the property, how many beds, baths, how's the plumbing, the roof, etc.
I mean, you can pretty much find all those information online, can't you? I mean, you guys are the professional, right?
Well, so with that, it's a little difficult with that, so sometimes it just varies. If you're on market, then we'll be able to see if you're on the market or on Zillow for buy owner or something like that. We'll be able to see something like that. Sometimes they do. If we look up the property address, we could get a picture and an idea of the bed and bath, but sometimes that information is not put out on the actual internet for us to check out. So only how we could obviously verify our information and verify what we acquire is obviously through you, and to make us better, to make a better decision and actually come up with a right reasonable offer for you.
Well, I listen. I mean, like I get a bunch of investor calls me like this every single day. So what makes you guys different from the last one?
So the difference between me and the last ones is we're willing to work with you all the way through, show you the exact process. You will always be moving. You will never miss a step. Any sort of questions you have, you will work directly with us. So that means you will get every question that you would want answered. It's no obligation. It's super easy. And we're also a quicker close, which means we ain't here to waste time. We're here to get things done and get you happy and make sure everything is right on both ends and make sure it's a win-win for both of us.
I mean, that's the exact same thing that the last guy told me, and he offered me $200,000 for the property, and I just hung up on him.
Well, did he throw that offer just out of nowhere kind of thing without even asking you certain questions about the property and stuff like that?
No, I mean, like I said, I spent 30 minutes on the phone with him. I gave him all the information, and he just gave me $200,000. Like, listen, I'm not here to give my property away. I understand that you guys are investors, and I get a bunch of these calls every single day. All right. So, I mean, why don't we just cut to the chase? Let me know what's your best offer.
See, the thing is, for us to articulate the best offer for us, we will obviously need a little bit more information about the condition of the property. If you're willing to give me...
Okay, dude, hold on, bro. So what's your name? Brandon. Dude, bro, when a seller asks me, what's the difference between you and the other investor? The difference between us is we actually make we'll offer you the most for your property compared to any other investor that you have talked to. The reason why we're on the phone is I'm sure all the other investors have not made you an offer that you're happy with. Am I correct?
Okay.
Dude, that's what I would say. And then I would go in and then I would lean in and I would say, you know what? Why don't we get so what it is, dude? Sometimes I will match the energy. I'll be like, well, so it seems like you got a bunch of offer on your property already. What's the highest you have gotten already on the property? And I'll let you know if we can match it or beat that price.
Okay.
Right? So which means like, dude, if they talk to a bunch of investors already after I talk about the price, and then you can circle back and then tell them all the benefit, right? Hey, we pay cash, we quit closing, and then you start to negotiate with them on price. The Brandon, the issue with you here, bro, is that, I mean, so far you handled the objection. I would say decent, but you lost control of the phone when all you do is answer my question. So, for example, when I asked you, so how do you get my phone number? You answer very good. Hey, I was given a list of qualified property owner to call, blah, 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 blah. But then you just stop. Hey, you'd be like, hey, there's a software that they use. They got the number. I don't know how they do it, but I got your phone number. And then you just stop. You don't ever want to stop at an answer, bro, because because when you stop talking, guess who talked? The seller. Then that means like I'm gonna question you more. Instead of stopping there, dude. I'll be like, hey, okay, so do you have a house or property that you're interested in getting a cash offer on? Bam. See? And now how you stay in control? So now they would have to answer your question. So it's either yay or nay. If they say yes, you'll be like, fantastic. Hey, I just want to make sure I'm catching a good time. Okay, good time. You got a few minutes. Great. And I apologize, but I didn't catch your name. You didn't even get my name, bro. We're like 15 minutes into the phone call. You didn't even grab my name.
Yeah, and usually I do that too. I honestly am surprised I missed that.
Okay, bro. All right, dude. I appreciate you, bro.
Hey, I really appreciate you, man.
Absolutely. You see, like these kind of feedback, I truly hope that it helps a lot of you that like starting out, that when you get on the phone, dude, sometimes when you don't know what to say, you can lose out on a potential deal that can make you 20 to 25K. Just because you don't know how to control the phone call, you don't know how to negotiate, you can sometimes even scare away a motivated seller. That, my friend, is a fact. because I started out 12 years ago, 6 months in, dude. I was horrible on the phone, and I lose every opportunity. And looking back, I know that there were some motivated seller, but I was so bad at negotiating, I scare them away because it sounds like a scam. It just doesn't sound right. And when it doesn't sound right to them, they're not going to move forward. They're going to use the word, let me think about it. And when you get the I think about it, dude, some of you don't even know how to overcome I think about it. Who here wants to know how do you overcome the, hey, Khang, what if they say, I want to think about it? Or, man, I have to talk to my wife. Or I have to talk to my husband. Who here want to know how to overcome that like a fucking, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cuss. Like a badass MF. Who wants to know? Okay, so Andrew said he wants to try it. I try to bring you on, Andrew. Dude, I got about 10 minutes, and then I got a meeting I have to head to, so maybe 5 minutes. Andrew, what up, dude? Hello?
Yes, thank you for calling Cash Offers. How can I help you?
Yeah, hey, I was driving. I was driving on Main Street, and I saw you guys. This, a little sign there saying you guys buy houses, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, indeed, we do buy houses right now. And who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
Yeah, it's Khang.
All right, Khang. Appreciate you giving us a call. Just typically how our process goes is that we'll get the property address pulled up here. We're gonna go ahead and pull up the data regarding the neighborhood and things like that. We'll talk about your timeline, and then we can get you a cash offer. Does that sound good to you?
Yes.
All right. So what is that address, Khang?
Yes, 123 Main Street.
Okay, perfect. So let me pull this up here, and while this is loading, let me ask you, Khang, what has you looking to sell the property at this time?
Well, I mean, the property has been sitting vacant for the past 5 months. I don't live in the area anymore, so I'm just thinking. Yeah, I mean, sitting vacant for 5 months. So I figured, you know what? Why don't I just sell it and be done with it?
Right. No, understood. And this property, has it been a rental for you? Were you living there?
It's been a rental for the last 15 years.
Oh, okay. Got it. Is this the only property you're looking to sell today, or do you have multiple?
No, this is the only one that I have.
Okay, excellent. All right, so I pulled up the property here. So yeah, I mean, I do have some basic information regarding the age of the property, when it was built, things like that. But tell me, what's going on inside the property?
Well, I mean, after the renters move out, I mean, I haven't really gone in there and looked just because I don't live in the area, but they have been a good renter. They pay on time. I'm thinking it's probably just cosmetic,
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So probably, paint, flooring, things like that. Nothing major.
Got it. Okay. And you said you're not in the area? You're out of state?
Correct.
Okay, got it. Okay. So yeah, I mean, we typically do like to buy properties like this, that need some work. Our main priority is just to buy these property, fix it, then put it on the market. Sometimes we do keep them as rentals, but it all depends on, where the property is located and things like that. But let's say we can get you a good offer today. I mean, what sort of time frame were you looking for?
I mean, I would like to, sell it as soon as possible.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, we typically do have a turnaround time of 30 days or less, but it just depends how quickly the title company could finish out the paperwork. Now, are you the only one on title, or is there anybody else?
I'm the only one.
Okay, all right, sounds good. Is there any liens, any mortgage, anything owed on the property?
No, it's free and clear.
Okay, sounds good. And now, just to get specific details regarding the property condition, how old is that roof?
It's about 15.
Okay, 15.
Yeah.
Right. And in regards of, you said the kitchen, the bathroom, the flooring, it's basically cosmetic at this point, right?
Correct.
Okay. Any issues with electrical, plumbing?
No, those seems to be fine.
Okay, gotcha. Is there anything in the backyard, like a shed or anything?
No.
All right, sounds good. So yeah, I mean, I pretty much have a good idea of what the condition of the property is, the reason why you're looking to sell. You're out of state. This was a rental property. You're just looking to cash out. Does that sound all about right? Am I missing anything?
Nope, that's all correct.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. And Khan, I'm sure you get calls like this all the time, and I mean, you sound like a savvy investor, right?
I
with the
mean,
company-
I wouldn't say I'm a savvy investor. I mean, it's the only property that I own, you know. So I want to get, you know, the most I can for the property.
No, absolutely, as you should. Just to give you a quick background on the company, right? What they do is they buy it as is, so you wouldn't have to, do anything to the property, and they'll make you a fair offer, but it just depends on the numbers, because like yourself, I mean, you bought the property at a price, and it made sense to you, but the company also has to buy at the right price. I mean, with all that being said, if they could buy this property from you as is, how much are you looking to get for it?
I mean, I'm really, yeah, I'm not sure. I was just hoping that you guys would just make me an offer on it, and I'll let you know if it work or not.
Okay, no, that's fair. And just to verify, this is a 3-bedroom, 1-bath, right?
Correct.
Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna pull up some data just to see, where the company has been buying properties in the area. This way, you'll have a better idea, where investors are buying. But let me take a quick look here.
Wait, I mean, like, I'm selling to you guys, right? Or I mean, are you guys gonna be the one who buying the property, or someone else?
Yeah, it's us directly. Sometimes if the company, comes along an opportunity and the property needs a ton of work, sometimes they do present it to their investment group, just so they can take on the opportunity. But most properties that the company comes across, they do end up buying.
Okay.
But just to give you a better idea, and I'm sure, I mean, the area as well, right? But right now, what I'm seeing, and I don't know if this surprises you at all, it's showing me that the company typically buys houses anywhere in the ballpark from like 10 to 20,000 cash.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's too low.
What were you thinking?
I mean, I'm looking more like 70,000.
Just curious, how'd you come up with that?
I mean, my neighbor down the street, I mean, I recently heard that he just sold his property for like 75.
Was that like with a realtor on the market?
I'm not exactly sure, but I know that he sold his property for 75.
Okay, let me see if I can pull it up. Maybe I can take a look at the condition of that property. Was his property like fully updated, or did it need any work?
I'm not exactly sure, to be honest.
Okay. Do you know the address?
Yeah. So mine's 123. His probably 234.
Okay, let me take a look. And you said he sold it last year, right?
Something like that. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I mean the market from last year to compare, to what the market's happening, like what's with the rates and things like that. It's a totally different market.
Well, I mean, the interest rate has dropped. It's not like it has gone up. So I would think that if anything, it'll probably, there'll be more people who wants to buy now.
Yeah, it's all depending on the elections as well. With who's going to become the next president and where the economy is going. There's a lot of variables that takes place with, real estate.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you guys' best offer is 20,000, then just kind of let me think about it,
Well, that wasn't an offer I was giving you. That was just a range, so you'll have a better idea, where investors are buying property. But
so what's your guys' offer then?
Yeah, and I would have to speak with the company to get you an offer approved. But if the company could, cover the closing costs and you don't have to pay any commissions, I mean, what's the best that you could do?
Well, I mean, like, I already gave you the number already, and I don't want to be negotiating with myself, So why don't you talk to your team and then call me back and give me your best price?
And that's fair. I mean, again, Khang, I don't want to, go back and forth with you. I just think if you are looking to get 70,000, your best route would be to potentially try to find a local realtor and put it on the market. But from my experience, I can tell you that if you do decide to go that route, most likely you're going to have to end up doing some updates because, like you said yourself, I mean, you haven't updated the property since the tenant has left, right?
Correct. Okay. I mean, like, I understand all of that. So you're telling me that you're not going to be able to make me an offer right now.
I could make you an offer, but I want to be able to be realistic with the number.
Yeah. I mean, like, I already gave you my number. So what's your guys' offer?
Right. Let me take a look here. Okay. So, I mean, if I can get the company to come up on their offer, I mean, what would be the amount that you would be happy with walking away with?
I mean, like I said, we've been going back and forth, and I already told you what I want, and you still have not made me an offer. I mean, listen. I mean, if you guys want to buy, great. If you guys don't, then let's not waste time. You know.
No, and I appreciate the transparency. Again, we're not in a rush to buy any property. Like, we're not desperate to buy a property, but you know, we come across a lot of opportunities. But if there's a deal to be made, we'll be happy to go and make a deal happen. But what I can do for you, Khang, I mean, I see my manager in his office. I'm gonna put you on a brief hold and see what what kind of.
Hey, Andrew, I'm running out of time, man. But good job, bro. Dude, I'm running out of time. But overall, I would say Andrew did a pretty good job as far as in handling the call. I mean, I can tell already that the cat probably has experience, whether he's doing for himself or he's working for a company, but he's making a lot of these calls, talking to a seller. Obviously, I was going easier on Andrew versus whoever it is that I talked to previously. So there's a difference, but I can tell you right now that he knows how to maneuver and handle the call pretty darn well. All right. Now, if I were to give Andrew a rating, I would say maybe like an 8 out of 10. Right? Like, the cat was pretty good as far as saying, like, hey, make me an offer. I was just running out of time. And he said, yes, I can make you an offer right now. And a lot of times, what's good is he also pushed me away. And I said, you know what? I got to get that 70,000. And if you know that the 70,000 doesn't work, there's no reason, there's the best thing to do is push the seller away, which he did, which is, hey, maybe the best option. Now, the seller felt like you also looking for their best interest. Hey, it's best if you just listed with an agent, right? But if you listed with an agent, now he'd be like, hey, I'm on your side. You want to get that listed with an agent, but you have to do all this stuff, right? That you don't want it to do, that you live out of state, right? So, and then now he circled back to the best thing is probably to go with an investor if that's your case, which is, I think that's great, right? Anyways, dude, I gotta bounce. I appreciate each and every single one of you that are here. Once again, for those of you who's like, Khang, dude, I need to take my negotiating to the next level. Go to WTMFam.com. You can go there, check out my King Kong seller script. I'll turn you from a 0 into a stone cold closer. And if you like this, and you like Khang, I love the cold call role play. I learn a lot from it. Can you do more of this? TikTok, make sure you share the live. YouTube family, you already know what to do. Boom, smash the thumbs up. And if you're new to the family, you already know what to do, baby. Boom, smash that subscribe button. Until next time, you guys take care. And let's go get this. Moni, I'm out, dude. I got an interview. I'm already late.